Success, Vortex. Success. Success. I just got a compliment. Somebody flagged me down. Said that they love my set. Ooh, cactus. I had to stop and look at it. I'm so tempted to touch it, and I have to walk away before I touch it. Somebody hit on me too. It was super awkward. He was so much younger too. Them boys think I'm young, but I ain't young. I'm an old hag. I'm too old. Yeah, I'm surprised that it was as successful as it was, because I don't know if you guys know my secret to life, but it is this. Don't expect it to go well. That's not to say that you should just expect bad things to happen, but it's like, don't have high expectations, because if you have high expectations, you'll resent whatever reality presents you, because reality is typically not great, you know. So we're gonna see if our car is still over there. You see this? This is what you have to do now. You have to scan this symbol, text these motherfuckers. Well, actually, I guess I could just do, I don't have to have a smartphone to do that. I assumed because it was a QR code. Okay, I'm the dumbass. But most of them, I'm pretty sure you have to have one of those fancy Death Star phones in order to park your car somewhere. Oh, good. He's still up there. I can see him. Yeah, but this lady, she asked me about my Instagram, and the thing is, I hate it. I hate being myself sometimes. I mean, overall, it's pretty good, but sometimes it's terrible because, like, I feel like I can't stay connected with anybody, because if they know who I really am, they'll hate my guts. So, that joke that I did about microdosing me gross. It's very, very accurate, because if people spend too much time with me, they'll realize that I am, like, every bit that you see on stage. Like, that's who I actually am. You know, when I am on YouTube, it's me. Oh, shit, thelonious. Be quiet. Drawing attention to us. Anyway. Okay, how the fuck do I get out of here? That's another problem. Do I go that way? Can I go that way? I don't know if that's a good idea. Is that a slope? I went out that way. Fuck. Here, just turn around. Goodbye, car. Thank you for being here. I think those people I was talking to, they live over there. That's why they told me I wasn't gonna get towed. Okay, don't hit them, don't hit them, don't hit them. I got to see Renard tonight. I got to see CJ. I got to see Belly Button. Yes, all of those people are black. You can probably tell. Okay. Goodbye. Thank you. Where am I going? Am I going left or right? Left. No, this is left. This is left. Sorry. Sorry. I'm the country. I'm the country. The left and the right are the same. You know, somebody said that tonight. A black comic. Which means something more, right? Well, because they all vote Democrat. Correct. Correct! It's absolutely ridiculous that, like, people think that we have a say in anything that happens in this place. You know? That is insane. It says speed cushion. Used to be speed bumps. I'm like, that's funny because don't you take a bump off of cocaine, which is speed? Is that why they call it that? Yes, we know. We know, Thelonious. You remind us. You remind us that we don't follow the rules. Okay. We should probably go the right way up the one way this time. You know, sometimes we don't do that. I'm just gonna wait. I'm scared. I'm too scared. Let's see. Where the fuck are we? I think we're on 4th Avenue. So I'm really glad that I came out. I was like tempted not only to not come, but you know, when I got lost, I was like, why don't you just go back home? And I'm like, Amy, why the fuck would you drive all the way out here and get lost? Like, you have to be committed. You have to be committed to this. You know, I did a poster a while back that said, commit to the bit. And, you know, flip phone life, it's a pretty big bit of my life. And so, this whole channel is like, you know, sorry if this is annoying you, that I just keep reiterating this, but it's like, I cannot stress enough that you don't have to do what you're told. So, where the fuck are we, dude? Cause like I recognize it, you know? I recognize this area. Oh, this is Nolensville. I know because Johnny Stone has a mic right there at the corner bar. This has got to be Nolensville. Let's see. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. I remember I bought drugs over there. I did. Back when I used to buy an ounce of weed. I bought it in the projects. Okay. Probably should have gotten on the interstate. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna go this way, I guess. Obviously. Okay. This is a really long fucking road though, man. Like, it's ridiculously long. Go on. It's good to get lost though, because then you figure things out, you know? Go. Do it. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, like when you get lost, you realize like, oh, this is where that place is. This is where the thrift shop is, or this is where the strip club is, or, you know, this is where the IHOP is. There's all kinds of stuff that you learn when you make a mistake. And that's the problem with the smartphone technology, is that like we're training people to just rely on tech and not rely on themselves, and not trust themselves and not trust anybody else. So there's way more to. I think I turn right here. This is, yes. I go yet? Yeah, I can go. Yeah, but it's like technology is training people to be so helpless and like not rely on themselves for shit. You know? And be so afraid of like what could happen if they did that. And like, so I went online. I know y'all accuse me of being a hypocrite because I looked up directions on Google Maps. Okay, but you know, I wrote it down. I wrote down the directions. Still got lost because I'm in the city. But I said, Lord, I need you to guide me. And because it was God's will for me to do stand-up, we did stand-up, okay? Even though we didn't technically stand up, we sat down. But it's okay. We did what we were supposed to do. And we had some fun. And it was a reasonably good time. Fuck you. Why is there a stoplight right after that stoplight? It's like 2 seconds later. Anyway. Sorry, that was a side rant. But yeah, like, I was gonna make another point about technology. Because I thought of something today, and it kind of blew my mind. In relation to, like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, okay. That looks like something I would do. Whatever. Oh, shit. Or we just have a fight little. I don't know why I get so paranoid. They have no idea what the fuck is in my hand right now. It's also nighttime. Well, see, if I was holding a smartphone, it would be evident because of the light, you know? But, Oh, I do remember what I was fixing to say. It was about Kanye. Go figure. So we're listening to Kanye's third album. It's called Graduation. And I didn't like it at first. And the reason I didn't like it at first is because it's got a lot of the auto-tune stuff. Much of a fan of technology. I know that y'all know that, okay? But so like the album at first, but I told myself, keep listening to it. Keep listening to it. Eventually, you'll probably like it. And I do, in spite of the auto-tune crap. And I was thinking, man, if I were a small-minded person, I would just write it off and be like, this sucks, you know? And that's what everybody's being told to do. like, they listen to something, they don't like it, they jump to a conclusion that it's bad. They hear like a snippet and they call somebody a racist and they don't even know the context of what they said. You know, it's just the snap judgment. People are encouraged to have that snap judgment, and that's already a problem in our society, but it's been exacerbated because of technology. So that's why everyone's attention span is total shit. Yeah, like, if you actually give a shit about art and you give a shit about the world that you live in and you have your own opinions and you have your own thoughts and you have your own feelings, you're not gonna be satisfied with like the bare minimum of information or the bare minimum of like art. You know, like, when I like an artist, even if there's an album that they put out or a movie they put out, whatever their medium is, like, I might not dig it at first, but if I'm a fan of theirs, I'll watch it or listen to it again and give it another go because, you know, I want to understand their artistic vision. And I'm not the best judge. At least, like, not at first. You know, like, case in point, sometimes I might meet somebody and they rub me the wrong way, but then I get to know them and I'm like, oh, okay, they didn't really mean it like that, or, you know, they're just kind of a bitch, you know, that's okay. I mean, my sponsor in AA, like, I didn't really like her at first. I just took her because she was suggested to me by a black man that I actually really trust. One of the few black men that I've met in the 12-step program. It's kind of a bigger deal where I live because, like, it's a pretty, like, predominantly white area. So this guy I'm talking about, he's got 30 plus years of sobriety, and you know, he's a pretty cool dude. So when he told me, like, oh, she should be your sponsor, I was like, okay, you're probably right about that. So I'm really glad that I trusted him because, like, I really, really dig my sponsor now. But yeah, she is kind of snobby. Do you hear that sound? What is that sound? Am I losing my damn mind? Y'all hear that sound? Hold on one second. I think there's something over there. It's making like a rackety noise. It's just bothering me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got distracted. It happens pretty easily, as you'll already know if you watch this frequently. But yeah, so themselves a disservice when they just jump to a conclusion about something or someone all because of a first impression, or like, you know, they don't give anything a chance. Like, you know, CJ, she's another comedian. She's this smoking hot black bitch that's extremely loud. She used to host a mic. It's probably like one of the best mics back in 2021. It doesn't exist anymore. I don't even know if that bar still exists anymore. Probably not. But yeah, like, she was kind of mad at me because I said the N-word in a comedy bit a while ago. But she got over it, you know? And she realized, like, okay, she's not actually a racist. So, I think a lot of times, you know, people will hear about something, or, you know, they'll get mad because of what something appears to be on the surface, but then when they get to know a person, or like they spend more time with them, and they realize, oh, this is actually what they meant. You know, so I just did a poster. I was working on it at the show tonight. It says, it all makes sense given the context. So yeah, if people don't factor in the context, like, things are gonna make them upset. But that's also what I have to remember whenever I look at everyone being addicted to their phones. It's like, the context of this dependency is society, you know? It's not like people are like voluntarily choosing to be addicts. It's like all this tech was thrusted upon them, and they do what society does, you know? So it's kind of sort of wrong for me to jump to the conclusion that I want to believe that, oh, everyone's just hypocritical and they don't give a shit about anything and they're just terrible, you know? But it is really bad. I mean, I can hold multiple opinions at the same time. Like, it's really, really, really bad. But, you know, what are we gonna do about it? Well, I know what I'm gonna do about it. I'm gonna keep making my art and keep